In previous episodes, Josh and Arobindo explored the growth of a beanstalk that quadrupled each day. They drew pictures that represented the relationships between the heights of this beanstalk at several different times. In other previous episodes, the students have explored the height of the beanstalk, whose height tripled each day. They wrote sentences that describe the relationship between the heights of the beanstalk at 2 different times. In this episode, they'll create pictures that showcase these relationships. Specifically, they'll draw pictures that show the height of the beanstalk on 3 different days. In these pictures, they will also explore several mathematical relationships between the heights. Before watching the video, see if you can draw a picture that shows both the height of the beanstalk on day 0, day 1, and day 2, and the mathematical relationships between them, as Josh and Arobindo found in previous episodes.
Okay, so here we have several sentences. Looking at these sentences you work together to create, can you make a drawing that captures the growth expressed in these statements?
Yeah, we could.
There.
There.
And then how much taller is it on day 1 than day 0?
3.
And then can you show me that 3 in the picture? The 3 groups of heights of day 1.
Do we circle the groups?
Yeah, can you circle them?
Oh, wait, why is it not circled? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
And then can you show me how you're seeing the 3 times as tall from day 1 to day 2?
Oh. Oh, what? Okay, here. Let's do it.
And can you put in the circles?
Yeah.
And what do those circles represent?
The
day 1.
Yeah, the height of day 1. Each circle is the height of day 1.
So how many times taller on day 2 is it than day 0?
27.
Can you show me that in the picture?
Okay, well, we can just... Like, this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. And... Okay, and then this is another 1. This is another 2. 3. Okay, yeah, our oval on the top is like a little small, but it's good, I guess.
So you said 27. Is there 27 in the picture?
Ah, 9. Why do I keep on saying 27?
And why is it 9?
Because it's 3 times 3.
And why is it 3 times 3?
Because there's 2 days in between day 0 and day 2.
So why does that mean 3 times 3?
Because it's growing by 3 times more each day.
Arobindo originally claimed that the height was 27 times taller on day 2 than it was on day 0, but as the picture shows, there are only 9 copies of the height of the beanstalk on day 0 and the picture of the height on day 2. This means the height of the beanstalk increased by a factor of 9 over these 2 days. Arobindo explained why this is the case. Over each day, the height increases by a factor of 3. This means that there are 3 copies of the height of the beanstalk on day 0 and the picture of the height of the beanstalk on day 1. Similarly, there are 3 copies of the height of the beanstalk on day 1 and the picture of the height of the beanstalk on day 2. This means 3 groups of 3 copies of the height of the beanstalk on day 0 are in the picture of the height of the beanstalk on day 2. This shows that the height of the beanstalk has increased by a factor of 3 groups of 3, in other words, a factor of 9, over 2 days.
Let's do one more. Let's do day 0, day 2, and day 3.
Day 1. Okay, let's put the line here. And then we have day... Oh, wait, no, it's not day 1, it's day 0. Day 2, and then we have day 3 right here. Okay. And now we can probably draw day 0 like this tall. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
That's day 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's day 1. And then we can... Wait, no, we don't have to draw it less than day
Hold
1.
on.
Oh, yeah.
That's day 2. Day 3 might be big.
Okay.
I bet it will fit.
I think it's fitting, though, yeah.
I think you like just do that.
Okay, that's a nice wavy beanstalk.
Okay, and then can you show in the picture the relationship between day 0 and day 2, day 0 and day 3, and day 2 and day 3? Okay, can you show me how many times bigger is the beanstalk on day 2 than day 0?
9.
And how do you know that it's 9 times bigger?
Because if it was like day 1, it's 3 times bigger, and day 2 is 3 times bigger than day 1, so it's 3 times 3.
So can you show me the day 1 in your picture?
Oh, yeah. This, and then this is day 1. I'll just, yeah. And then this is another day 1, and this is another, yeah. Those are the day 1s. And each day 1 has 3 of day 0s in it. Okay.
Okay, and then can you show me how much bigger is the beanstalk? How many times bigger is the beanstalk on day 3 than day 2?
It's 3 times.
And can you show me where we can see that in the picture?
So this is a day 2. This is another day 2, and then this is another day 2.
And then how many times bigger is it on day 3 than on day 0?
27.
And where can you see that in the picture?
These are all these tiny sections.
And how do you know it's going to be 27?
Because so day 2 we figured out was 9 times bigger, and so day 3 is 3 times bigger than those 9 times bigger than day 0, which is 3 times 9, which is 27, and we get 27.
So how many copies of day 2 are in day 3?
How many copies of day 2 are in day 3?
Yeah, how
3.
many? Mm-hmm. And then how many copies of day 0 are in day 2?
9.
And so how many copies of day 0 will be in day 3?
27.
Because why again? One more
Because
time.
of 9 times 3.
In this episode, Josh and Arobindo drew a picture that showed the height of the beanstalk on day 0, day 1, and day 2, and another picture that showed the height of the beanstalk on day 0, day 2, and day 3. They used these pictures to show several mathematical relationships. For example, they used their first picture to show that the beanstalk was 9 times taller on day 2 than on day 0 by showing 3 groups of 3 copies of the day 0 height in the day 2 picture. Similarly, they used their second picture to show that the height on day 3 was 27 times as tall as the height on day 0 by showing 3 copies of the day 2 height in the day 3 picture. Since the height of the beanstalk on day 2 was 9 times as tall as the height of the beanstalk on day 0, this meant that there were 3 groups of 9 copies of the day 0 beanstalk in the day 3, or 3 times 9 copies of the day 0 beanstalk in the day 3 picture. In the next episode, the students explore a picture that another student drew that represents the heights of a different beanstalk at various times.